This is the Optimus Prime. This Optimus Prime is super. Transformers MPG Super Ginrai review by JobbytheHong.
Hey, my name is Jobby, and we're looking at the Transformers masterpiece, MPG-09 Super Ginrai. Believe it or not, this is an official Takara figure, not third party. And me and Takara have a bit of a rocky relationship when it comes to masterpiece figures. If it ain't Beast Wars, then it probably ain't the best. So, to my surprise, I kind of love this thing. Out of the box, you get a ton of stuff, but only if you get this particular version. There's another release of this guy with a slightly different paint job, lower price, and less accessories, no trailer. But trust me, you're gonna want that trailer. How else are you gonna get this fully combined form? That's right, Super Ginrai here is if Optimus Prime was a combining super robot. Conceptually, it's already a freaking winner. But in execution...
This isn't Optimus Prime, it's just a character that looks exactly like Optimus Prime!
Japanese
Optimus
Transformers.
Prime here looks great.
Looks nice.
It's an Optimus Prime truck mode, and as I've already established in my previous Optimus review, I'm running out of things to say. Back of the truck is a little more obviously robot legs than usual, but it doesn't look bad at all. Might even be show accurate, not that I care about an anime I never watched. As far as I know, this Optimus-shaped super robot has a pilot. This little dude is a Godmaster, or Power Master in the States. And his name is Ginrai, eh? Or as I would have called him 7 years ago, Corey. Leave a like if you get it. And I called him that because he can transform into a core block thing. Don't think about the fact that he's human. Maybe he's just flexible. Or in other words, posable. Nothing at the head. Ball joint at the arm. Arm moves out. Allows for rotation. That's it for the arms. Nothing for the torso. Ball joint at the hips. Animal's brand. A high kick. Hinge joint at the knee. Hinge joint at the ankle. And that's it. Transformation time.
Simple, but hey, if it works, it works.
And to attach this guy to the truck mode, you gotta boop the snoot. Funny Reddit, haha. It's a fun feature, though I wish it would plug in better. The connection's so unstable that it's basically a missile launching gimmick. One of the few complaints I have about this set. Even when I'm about to glaze you, Takara, you still give me a bit of sass. But that's what I like, you fucking whore. You even get an alternate Ginrai, non-transformable, non-articulated, but it isn't just a standing pilot figure like you would get in some Gundam kits. This guy can actually fit into the truck, and it actually plugs in, unlike another Optimus minifigure, as long as it's in the passenger side for some reason. And just like that other Optimus Prime figure, this guy has a bunch of accessories that are not completely useless and overpriced, besides this sticker sheet and card. Bye-bye. This pair of blasters can plug into the truck, and the rest of his stuff is for later. But before we transform this sucker, I just want to mention how great it is to have an alternate mode that actually stays connected and is solid. Bandai! Not even gonna bother reviewing that set, though I do suggest you watch my Just Playing stream, subscribe to Jobby too, to see the true ending of my Bandai slut era. Anyway, this guy rolls really well, satisfying to do so, and I think the size of this figure contributes to his fun factor. Bit on the small side, but it makes him the perfect desk toy. Size comparison time. Here's Figma-matic Academy, Haya Toys Godzilla, Masterpiece MP10 Optimus Prime, and the Masterpiece MP44 Optimus Prime.
So he's slightly smaller.
Your superior son that feel ashamed. So of course, this guy can transform in a surprisingly smooth and simple process. You mean this is a masterpiece figure that doesn't take 10 years to transform? And to help out with that is this beautiful instruction booklet. Oh my Primus! Takara remembered what staples were.
It still looks like way too many steps for me. If you can't transform it in 5 steps, I'm confused already. Okay. It's already looking right. Oh yeah, that's it? Okay.
And here we have Ginrai's robot
Actually, not
mode.
that bad.
By the way, the instructions refer to Optimus Prime as Ginrai for some reason. Must be a typo. The painting and the sculpting on this figure is amazing. It's Optimus Prime for sure, except with some slimmer, more anime-esque proportions. And a significant, not my favorite design element, but it is accurate to the show. That's decent cope. It also doesn't stick out 10 feet. I'm never done shitting on this guy, dislike if you must. And we must talk about the rest of his accessories. The blasters plug into his hands, of course, and these effect parts plug into the barrel. You also get these antlers? What Pokemon am I thinking of? These are yet another pair of effect parts that plug into the hands, because I guess in the anime, Optimus has an unquantified amount of force. This is actually called Choke-on power. Choke-on D. Looks great, but this stuff wouldn't look nearly as great if it weren't for this guy's pose ability. Swivel at the head, can look up that far and down not at all. You get a butterfly joint, shoulder moves out, and even more out. Rotation at the shoulder. Bicep swivel, bend at the elbow, slight hinge joint at the wrist, swivel
every time something
here,
falls
hinge
out.
joint here, slight hinge joint at the chest, and a ratcheted ab crunch. More ab crunches should be ratcheted. Guarantees that it doesn't fall back. Some side to side. Waist swivel, a full 360 if you wanted to. Side skirts and front skirts move up. Rotation at this part allows the legs to shift down, which allows a crazy kick. I can move back that far. There's a beautiful spread. Thigh swivel, double bend at the knee. Ankle can move up, and a damn good pivot. Posability here is amazing. This has gotta be the most articulated Transformer I've played with since Optus Pexus. And just as Sexus even feels good to pose as well. I believe there's some die-cast metal. Hold on. Make that a lot of die-cast metal. Makes sense why he's got a bit of heft. And this is despite the size of the figure. Size comparison time. Monica, Godzilla Prime, and Prime again. Gaze upon your superior son and feel ashamed. What a fun little Optimus. If we were talking about that other version of this set, this would be the end of it. And I'd be completely satisfied. At a cheaper price.
So now you have a couple accessories.
Versions, some things don't change, Takara. But I can't say I regret my purchase, because the trailer is actually epic.
Oh yeah,
It's got its own pair of guns that can plug into the sides, and you could plug in the blasters to this bigger pair of blasters, and all that can plug into the top. Flip out these legs, and the trailer can stand on its own. And of course, you can hitch it onto the truck mode. Monica Godzilla Prime looks fantastic, although the front of the trailer admittedly leaves a bit to be desired. These are clearly robot arms. It's not the worst, at least it stays put. This thing is solid. And like any good trailer, it's got some fold-out ramps, but no actual storage space. Because as previously implied, this trailer has an honest-to-God master transformation. Isn't it refreshing to see a trailer that's not just a box of bullshit?
Okay.
You want to be careful with these pegs. They could obviously snap off if you're not careful. Another complaint here. Should have been die-cast metal.
In what does it transform though? Okay. Almost seems more complicated than the main Transformers. Oh, because the body. Oh. Okay. That's pretty cool. Nice one.
After that fun process, you might think he looks a bit dumb. He does.
Il est
But
passif.
for some fracking
donut
reason,
and,
I don't care.
I'll
The
write it down.
Super
I
Ginrai
will write
mode
it down,
is
thank you.
simply super. I love this thing, which is not how I expect it to
donut
feel.
and-
It's not the coolest design ever, but it's got a fun,
I wrote it down, thank you.
ridiculous super robot charm. And surprisingly for a modern masterpiece figure, the painting here is satisfyingly sparse. You don't gotta worry about paint chipping, which in my eyes is Takara's way of giving you permission to play with this guy, and play with it I shall. He feels
How do you play,
absolutely
though?
perfect. No oddly wobbly ratchet joints here. This guy feels as solid as any third-party China toy. And that's one of the best things I can say about this guy. This feels like a toy in the best way possible. There's definitely some die-cast metal here. You can feel it in the feet. But even without die-cast metal, this guy would still be hefty. And oh, does he look
That is a big
great with
boy.
his accessories. You can bring back the Force Lightning, remove this little cap, and now you can plug it into these big
Okay.
blasters. The normal blast effect parts still work, of course. Blasters tab into his hands, admittedly not the best grip. The small blasters don't have anywhere to go according to the instructions, but you could always get creative. You also get the option to switch out his default hands for this pair of blue hands, which is what you'd expect from your typical Optimus Prime. But I quite like these anime-accurate fingerless gloves. And his head pops off too easily. They can be swapped out for one of these two alternate heads. One has red
Okay.
eyes, which is accurate to the original 80s toy, and this one has slightly different proportions. Angry boy. I assume it's anime accurate. You also get these red wedge pieces that plug into the shoulder, and
I guess there's different version
anime
for the
accurate, toy
for like
accurate. I don't
anime
care
or
anymore.
show
As is, he
or
looks
whatever.
fantastic. I don't even mind the backpack. As for his final accessory, you get a stand adapter, but no stand. Some things never change, Takara. They're expecting you to already have a masterpiece figure with a stand, which is not unreasonable, I guess. After all, you are a brainwash
300.
Transformers fan. Get that hooked up and that looks great, if a bit silly. This bulky design
I mean, it
doesn't
looks like
look
it's being
quite
impaled.
right in the air, but that's not
Anime
to say
accurate,
that
'cause
he
it should
isn't
never went
usable.
international.
Ball joint at the
I see, I
head.
see.
Every ball joint can be. Barely looks up and down. Untab this for a butterfly joint. Swivel here if you want to count that. Hinge joint at the base of the shoulder. Hinge joint here, which gets it out of the way for the arm moving out. Rotation at the
There's a nut.
shoulder. Bicep swivel. Bend at the elbow. Swivel here. Hinge joint at the wrist. Hinge joint at the thumb. Hinge joint at the index finger. And a hinge joint at the rest of the fingers. A lovely ratcheted waist swivel, but no ratchet at the ab crunch. What? Front skirts and side skirts move out. Makes room for rotation at the leg. Can't move back that far. You get a beautiful spread. Thigh swivel, a bend at the knee, and a ratcheted ankle pivot. Despite not having feet, posability is really good, especially if you have a base. And his size is pretty based. How am I still working? Size comparison time. Monica Godzilla Prime. My previous review.
Damn,
The King
it's
Toy
actually pretty big
Firmament
now.
and Prime again. Gaze upon your superior son. Now, some of you might say he's not big enough, but that's why you're single, ladies. Get over yourself. Fantastic combined mode. Fantastic core figure. The only thing not pulling its weight is the human. Typical Transformer thing. And that could have been all there is to say. But you do get one final mode.
Okay. One more mode. Yeah. You can suggest a video about anything. On this stream we do videos that I don't do on other streams, so like history, science, documentary, stuff like that. And yeah, you can just suggest it in the chat or on Discord. No hesitation.
And here we
What is
have
that?
the base mode. Not so base. It's
Base.
fine, just a fun little afterthought that I'm sure is accurate to the original toy. It even has a base exclusive
Okay.
Autobot symbol to justify its existence. Yeah, this is a certified excuse mode. Monica Godzilla Prime. Not bad at all. And this figure is not
Okay.
bad at all. Quite the opposite. I came into this figure fully expecting
Don't
to
do
be
it.
disappointed by one aspect or another. I mean, the price of entry is still pretty high. And I was just waiting, racing for the paint chipping, the lack
280.
of solidity, the stupid transformation, the MP44. But the more I played with this guy on my second channel, Jobby2, like, comment, subscribe, the more the figure continued to top itself. And of course I'm getting the MPG God Bomber, which combines with Super Ginrai to form God Ginrai. So that's why he doesn't have to
Okay.
be. What does MPG stand for anyway? Madoka Prime Godzilla? Tell me in the comments. Or
No
else I'll
idea.
assume it means MPEG.
Sounds like a gun name, MPG. Okay, good video. Good video. And a cool figure, I guess. A cool Transformers.